It's Just TV Reviews, back for another video. Today I want to talk a little bit about B-Mickie. I'm not going to go over the entire season 1 through 8, but I do want to pick up some highlights from that and go a little throwback from season 1 and 2 just to tie it in together with B-Mickie versus Meech, Terry, and Lamar. Let's get into it. I'm not gonna lie, I did feel sorry for B-Mickie for getting kicked out of BMF. That was at the end of season 2. And the reason why is because, he didn't get rid of the pow pow, and Detective Brian actually caught him slipping. And instead of trying to go to Meech to straighten out, just to tell him what was going on, he decided to handle it on his own, and it got too much. And, Meech just couldn't trust him, and he was out. This situation is very similar to Laz and Detective Brian. Laz, he did go too far. He did wear the wire. He did tell him where the stash houses were located. So I know Meech probably wasn't going to be able to trust him anyway, but he did want to come clean. But B-Mickie, he has plans of his own, and that's pretty much to destroy Meech and Terry as well as BMF. Laz, he pretty much fell for the okie dokie with B-Mickie, and I felt like he felt that he was away from the pack. That snitching separated him in his mind from the group. And that's how B-Mickie was able to, get him in the car, pretend to smoke with him, and take him out. R.I.P. Laz. You were in the way, buddy. All right, so I'm going to seg on over to Meech. B-Mickie, he actually chose Meech over Kato. That was his first love. That was his first baby mama. And I think that he's still hurt and bitter about taking her out for Meech. And then later on, he found out that she was pregnant. So after choosing Meech over the love of his life, Meech still ended up kicking him out of the group because Sterl thought that, B-Mickie was still snitching, which he wasn't. And he didn't even bother to hear him out at Meech's going away party. So I just hate the lengths that B-Mickie's willing to take it. I think that he should listen to the advice of his baby mama. I think her name Aisha, I think. And she told him that, he didn't have to continue his plan because B-Mickie pretty much could just pick up and leave and just never come back again. But now he's on this revenge path. And honestly, I did want a closure on B-Mickie, but I didn't want a death closure. And I think that's exactly what we're going to be looking at. It's like the grave he's trying to dig for Meech and Terry is the one that he's digging for himself and possibly his family, because Lamar don't play.
You thought I'd forget that you shot a gun at me, huh? Nobody fires a shot at Lamar Silas and gets away with it, bitch.
One thing about Terry is that Terry is smart, and he also has a soft spot for kids. We can tell that by, the little boy he let go in Mexico. And that's why he, was beefing with his brother. But he always beefing with his brother. But anyway, we later found out that Lamar was being used unknowingly by B-Mickie to attempt to take out Meech and Terry so that B-Mickie could actually show up as the hero. And that's how he infiltrated the group. But little did he know is that Lamar is still alive. Well, that Lamar is like a cat, bro. Like, he just got so many lives. And Lamar was also another character that I wanted to receive closure on. But I'll talk about that in another video. But are we going to get another situation where B-Mickie is going to be unalived by Lamar? And you remember when, season 1 and 2, when Lamar snuck up on Nito, Tiny, and Slick, and then he unalived him. So I'm thinking that is exactly what's going to happen to B-Mickie. B-Mickie is not going to see it coming until it's too late. It could all be so simple, but B-Mickie rather make it hard. I know that his plan for Meech and Terry unaliving them will fail, right? I don't think anybody will disagree with that. But now that we know that Lamar knows where he lives and he actually paid his wife a visit, I'm not sure if his wife will survive that. And let's just say Aisha doesn't make it, right? That B-Mickie wouldn't even know that Lamar even unalived her. Or if he does find out because Aisha remained alive, will he actually pack his stuff up with his family and get the hell up out of Detroit? Or will he just try to take Lamar out again and possibly fail? Because, Lamar's a cat, baby. He's a cat. Or will he be a revengeful fool still trying to take out Meech and Terry? Y'all drop down in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are. Until the next one, peace.